This is the secretary of our department.
Mm. So he's not
Yeah,
really a medical
one
staff.
of yes. Um, she is not a medical staff, but she works in the hospital.
I see. So that I think is really cool. Yeah. So is it like by Taipei as well?
Sorry, it's like
Is your clinic also in Taipei, or will also gonna be in Taipei?
yes, yes.
Mm.
Um, in Taoyuan City,
Mm-hmm.
our hospital, we have the operation clinic, and our exercise space, but it is separate in different space. We want to get uh, the uh, clinic and the exercise space together. So
So
to
he's
create
so you're thinking of like uh a therapeutical area to do
uh,
physical therapy?
yes, it is not only the physical therapy, but it is also it also have the exercise program.
Mm-hmm.
So our patients could do the physical therapy first, and they can do the exercise program later.
I see. But that would be an exciting thing to do. Yeah.
Um, yes.
So how long have you known this friend?
How long did
Have you known him?
uh know our friends?
Mm-hmm.
Um, yes, but one of them I don't see him. I don't see him before because
Mm.
he is the designer. Um, he's introduced by my boss.
I see.
So he went uh, he went with us to see the new space, and she has some new idea for our clinic.
I see. So I think that is really cool that you have these friends, and I hope like all of you would continue to have a good relationship. Because I'm not saying that down in the line you would have problems with your friends, but it's just I think there are just I don't know, probably this also just because of watching dramas. But
Mhm.
I've seen that friends would actually have I mean because they are business partners, so sometimes when you have to discuss things about the company, you have to
Mhm.
really be careful with what you say, right?
Yes.
Mm. So well, I'm glad that you are closer to your goal than when you were last time.
Mm.
Mm.
Yes.
That is really cool. So what are your plans this coming weekend?
Um. Um. I don't have any plan this weekend, but I need to go outpatient clinic on Saturday, and I
Mm-hmm.
will stay at home on Sunday to complete with my daughter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I think that is a cool thing to do as well. Yeah, because
Uh,
bonding with your daughter probably is something that throughout the day. that is something that you are excited to do. Like just coming home.
Yes.
Just coming home from
Yes.
work. Yeah, so that is cool. Okay. Then, anyways, okay, thank you so much for sharing those with me. But yeah, so again, just remember you're a doctor, so you know when a person starts becoming unhealthy, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so just don't stress yourself too much.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so how about we continue from where we left off last time? Are you ready?
Uh, yes.
Yes, are you though? Okay, so let's get on number 5 question for our open question discussion. Okay,
Okay.
so here what we have here is, excuse me. Okay, what we have here is number 5. Why is language dynamic and powerful? Can you read your answer, please?
Yes. My answer is we use language for communication, and the people also modify it according to the evaluation of the era.
Evaluation of the era. Okay, good answer. So, but I think we have to also modify a few things. So we used, actually, it's not, I don't think it would be necessary to use past tense in this sentence because we are still using languages, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so then how about we say instead, how about we say we use language, not used language, okay? Okay,
Okay.
so we use language in communication. So it's not, actually it's okay to use for, but I just think that it would be better if you use in communication, and people would modify it. Okay, modify it according to the, I think it's not evaluation, but probably you meant evolution. I mean, do you mean to say like as years continue to add?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like that? Am I?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Okay, then. Okay, hold on a second. Let's see. Um, we we use language in communication, and people would modify it according to the evolution of an era. Okay?
O-
Okay,
Okay.
so can you read
Of
this,
an
please?
era. Okay, we use language in communication, and the people would modify it according to the evaluation of an era.
It's evolution. It's not evaluation. Evaluation is like, for example, you will be evaluated by your boss or by your superior. Like, oh, is he still doing good?
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yes, evaluation,
Evolution. It's evolution. No,
evaluation,
no, no.
evolution,
Yeah, no need for no need to pronounce it like you. You can just say
uh,
evolution.
evolu, evolution.
There you go. Better. Okay, do you have any question about the sentence?
Mm, um, just in front of the word era, we use the n instead of the the. So when I use the word era, I use the dress. To use the dress, we use the n to instead of the THE.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the reason why we use the an instead of the, because what I call this, it's just saying that every time an era evolves, there's also every time an era evolves, there's also the language that is also evolving at the same time. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Okay.
they did was that clear? Or is that clear? Okay, then.
Yes.
So, do you have any more question about it? Okay, then
No.
if none, let's head on to number six. Do the language we speak shape the way we think? I think I really love this question, but yeah. So what do you think?
Sorry.
So, is the language
Uh,
we speak?
yes. Shape the
Mm-hmm.
way we think. Yes, I think the language affects our mind and shape others' thinking.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be careful what we say.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's see. Yes, I think the language affects. Because the language is just a singular, right? So when we say, so then we add s
Yes.
to the verb. So we say, I think the language affects our mind and shape others' thinking. So you use here are, and then you said others. So it's kind of like contradictory. So how about we say affects our mind and shape our thoughts? Instead of the word thinking, we say
Okay.
thoughts, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so shape our thoughts. Okay, so next we need to be careful of what we say. Oh, we need to be careful of what we said. So no need for a past tense here, okay? So when we're so
Okay.
here's the thing. If we're talking about a thing that is recurring, meaning it happens all the time, then we use a present tense. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can you read this
Okay.
please?
Yes. I think the language affects our minds and shapes our souls. We need to be careful of what we say.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's see. Number, do you have any question about it?
Um, Behind the word shapes, do I add the s for this sentence in
Affects
the
our mind and
sentence?
shapes are, oh yeah, 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 that's right. I'm sorry, I forgot that part. And shapes
Okay,
our thoughts.
thank you.
Okay, so thank you though. Yeah, so do you have any question? Okay. So
No.
then, what do you call this? So because you're learning English, how does English, because it's not your major language, right? So how does learning
Yes.
English or being able to understand English shape the way you think as a person?
Mm-hmm. Um. Yes. Because you start to learn English, you sometimes will read the English article or listen to the English news or radio, and you will know some other countries what happens now. So I think it shape uh, shape my thoughts because you just don't you just uh, know know in your country, but you also know something in in other
Mm.
countries.
Yeah, I think my favorite part about learning English. Thank you, by the way, for your thoughts. For me, my favorite part about learning English is learning idioms. You've been learning for you've been learning English for a while now, right? So, are there
Uh,
expressions that you got from movies or that you've gotten from the lessons that you had or classes that you had that you still remember?
mm, mm, um, yes. Um, uh, I think I'm some some article in English um impulse me because it gives me some explosive information. Um, Sometimes we have to know some interesting studies or some newest information from the on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to find the English article in English.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you could not find um, the information in Chinese because nobody translate the information in Chinese.
Mm-hmm. I see then.
So I could learn something new in English article.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, if that happens then, so I think it would be if it would be better if you I mean just a suggestion though. If like for example, you would see some English articles and you would see this particular phrase that
Uh-huh.
doesn't seem to understand, then just write it down and then we can talk about them or you can Google them you can search them in Google. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because for me,
Yeah.
there are a lot of English expressions that I've learned when I was in America, and they make sense now. So the way I think sometimes are based on those expressions. So that's why I would make some decisions, and other people actually don't understand them because here in the Philippines we have a culture of being like feeling embarrassed or ashamed of what we are. So because we want to it's like what do you call this? It's just like when you go and do when you go and do something I just I mean like when I go and do something I just think of those expressions.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. So then, how about we check number 7? Is text messaging ruining language?
Okay. My answer is I'm not sure that mastery ruins the language. I think it's the culture in modern society and the mastery makes something efficiently.
Hmm. I think though this question might be what do you call this? This question might be about English speakers or
Uh-huh.
people who use because um before like the first kind of phones before is like a keypad phone, right? So meaning like for example
Mm-hmm.
the the key one if you press on key one it would show different kinds of exclamation points or punctuation marks, right? But if you press
Uh-huh.
on letter
Yes.
or number two, it would be A B C D. Oh no, no, A B C. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
I think this problem might be in the English language. I'm not sure though about your language. I mean in Mandarin because you use characters, right? Is there like
Mm-hmm.
a shorter way of how you can write your messages in Chinese?
Yes, sometimes we use Chinese to send our message, and you can choose one. Um, you can choose a simple cartoon picture to to express what you want to mean.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I think the text message maybe ruins the the language expression because we don't to type the uh, complete sentence. We just choose a simple picture to to send others.
Mm-hmm. I see. So, so I think that is cool how you do it though, because I've been that is
Uh-huh.
something that I've been thinking actually. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Sometimes you don't know how to answer others' question. You could choose a smile picture to send.
Mm-hmm. True. Okay. So then. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So then, thank you for your insight about it. So let's check your sentence. So you said it. I'm not sure that the mess that I think you mean to say like text messaging.
Uh-huh.
I don't
Yes.
think that. Okay. Text messaging ruins, not ruined. Okay, so this is no
Okay.
need for a past tense. Okay,
Okay.
ruins the language. Ah, sorry, I forgot this one. Ruins the language. I think I think it is the culture in the modern society and the message that makes. What do you mean by the message makes something efficient?
Mm, uh, you don't have to type several words. You can just choose a picture.
Again, sorry.
Uh, you don't have to type several words. You could just choose a picture for send to send.
Okay. So instead of writing everything down or typing everything, we'll just find a more convenient way.
Uh, yes.
I see. So how about we say, okay, so how about we say, I think it is the culture in the modern society and and trying to find alternative ways. How about that? Would it be okay?
Okay.
Trying
Yes.
trying to find um trying to find more convenient alternative ways in messaging. Okay?
Um.
Yeah, what do you think?
Every time. Um. Yes. I'm sorry, my computer lost the Wi-Fi
Mm.
connection, so just wait a few seconds. We can we can keep our communication because I use my
Okay.
phone. Yes, but I can see what you type in our
Mm-hmm.
document.
No problem. Okay, then so while we are waiting, then let's just talk about like the like let's say have you ever had an experience? I will just give you situations, okay? And then tell me about your opinions and then what you're going to do or what you did in these situations. So first, have you ever had an experience where you wrote a message or like wrote a message, whether it be in English or in Mandarin, and the person who received it did not really understand what you meant, but that person thought that you meant another way around, and so that person got mad because of what that person thought.
Yeah. Yes,
Mm,
I met the situation when I explain something, but the foreigner uh, don't understand what I mean completely.
mm,
So I need to explain the situation, use different sentence.
mm. Okay. So what did you do in that with that thing when that person did not understand what you meant?
Mm-hmm. So I would explain again and to use other words or other sentence to explain again.
Okay. So how about with your wife? When you were still dating, have you ever had an experience where you sent a message to her but she did not really understand it at first and then she got mad because she thought of another thing? She did.
Yes. Yeah. So if she doesn't know what I
What I
mean.
meant?
Um, when I use yes. She doesn't know
Meant,
what I
meant,
mean
meant.
when I use the
Ah, there you
meant.
go.
Okay, what I meant when I use the text messaging, I would call her, use my
Mm-hmm.
phone to explain again.
Mm-hmm. I see. That's really fun though. So I also have a lot of experiences where okay.
Yes.
So can you see it?
Yes, I can see your
Okay, so can
sentence.
you read it please?
Okay, I'm not sure that text messaging ruins the language. I think it is the culture in modern society and trying to find more convenient alternative ways in messaging.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so okay, hold on a second. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay. So then, do you have any question with this sentence?
None.
Okay. So then, how about we go to number eight? Number eight is why do we need to invent new words?
Okay. We can not describe some modern situations or something new by words by old words, so we need to some new words for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's see. We cannot, by the way, cannot is just one word. Okay. We cannot describe
Okay.
some modern. Okay. Okay, I think it's not cannot because it's not really an ability that we're talking about. But uh, it would be better if we say we would not. We will not be able to describe some modern situations or something new, some modern. Okay, and then something new is just separate words. So the reason is here we are talking about countable noun, okay? Okay,
Okay.
so another the some things. Okay, it would be better if we say it like that, and then some things that are new by old with that are you okay just by using.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just by using old words, so we need some new words for those. For those, for so that's okay. How about we say so? That's why. That's why we need some new words. Okay,
Okay.
there you go. So do you have a question?
Okay. Uh, could you explain again why we use the will not be able to in the
Hmm.
sentence?
Because can or cannot is talking about ability. The reason why we use will not be able to is
Uh-huh.
because it's kind of like a permission. If this thing happened, then we will have it.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you have any more questions?
Now.
Okay. Then if no question, then no answer. Okay, so then,
Okay.
okay, so how about now? Let's go to the debate part. So, because this one, I mean, like we still have time, so then I will have to ask you to just type down your answers. You can use Google to find arguments that would support your ideas, and then we will check them after you're done. Okay? Okay, so you may
Okay.
start now. The power of language reflects culture and influences thinking. Do you agree or disagree? Here's your answer, please.
Yes, I agree. The power of language affects culture and thinking. In family, the parents use love words and it influences their child. In school, we would be affected when our classmates use violent words. In society, people have the interactions with what their co-workers say.
Okay, so let's see. Yes, I agree that. Okay, hold on a second. That the power of language affects culture and thinking. In in my in family, the parents use love words and it influences their child, period. Okay, in school we would be affected when our classmates use violent words. In society, people have the interactions with what their coworkers say, or let's say people have the interactions with their coworkers. Yeah, I think you can just simply do that. Because
Okay.
when we say interactions, there's of course a conversation, right? Okay. But good thought.
Okay.
I think you did a great job here. So since it's already time, we will just continue on our next meeting. But I will give you number to ask for your homework, okay?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so then you have a good night's sleep and talk to you next week. Okay? Okay, bye.
Okay.